Salvete Discipuli. Today we're going to be continuing chapter 22. So you will need to be on page 165 in your books. So make sure that you are there and then we'll get started. In the first lesson, we did vocabulary, which we're going to review today. And then we started numbers. So just a couple of reminders. Each day you're going to have each class day, you're going to have a short video lesson to watch and then a short assignment to complete afterwards. A vocabulary list is also an assignment, and that's going to be due on April the 8th. You can turn that in anytime between now and then, whenever you get it done. You'll also have a Vulgate assignment to do, Psalm chapter 2. So make sure that you are looking at that, reading the instructions. That is also going to be due April the 8th. So you have some time to complete it, but don't forget about it and wait till the last second. So chapter 22, we're going to go ahead and repronounce our words. Go ahead and listen, follow along on chapter 22, page 165. And here we go. Epistula, epistulae. Factum, facti. Lex, legis. Libertus, liberti. Literae, literarum. Oratio, orationis. Discedo, discedere, discessi, discessum. Amo, amere, emi, emptum. Milito, militare, militavi, militatum. Obtrunco, obtruncare, obtruncavi, obtruncatum. Cardinalis, cardinale. Duo, duae, duo. Trace, tria. And ante. So make sure that you're familiarizing yourself with those words. You will have a quiz at the end of this chapter after all the assignments have been turned in. That is going to be open book, just to ease your minds about that. But do be familiarizing yourself with this vocabulary list, and don't forget to write it out and take a picture and submit it to me. So what we're going to do first today is turn in your books to page 252. I mentioned this in the last lesson, but I wanted to go over this with you real quick. So Roman numerals are the first column in the chart on page 252, which we're going to be looking at in more detail today. The middle column is cardinal numbers, which is basically your 1, 2, 3, like the words we use for numbers. Ordinal numbers are the last column. We're not really going to be focusing on that this week, so you don't have to do anything with that part of the chart, but do focus on the numerals and the cardinals because we're going to be learning more about those, okay? Roman numerals are listed on the left side, and today we're going to be focusing basically on Roman numerals. So what I want you to do is go back in your books to chapter 22 and find the top of page 166, and there they list the symbols for the Roman numerals. Hopefully you're familiar with them already. If not, they go ahead and give you the number for each of those symbols. So we're going to go over those really quickly just as a refresher. An I is going to be equal to a 1. A V means 5. X is 10. L is 50. C is 100. D is 500. And M is 1000. So basically you've got a number or a symbol, which means a number. If another symbol is on the right of that first symbol, it should be added. If it's to the left, it should be subtracted. So basically what that means is VI is a 6, and then IV is 4. So you have a V, which is 5, and then an I next to it. Depending on which side it's on, you'll subtract or add. And they give you some examples right underneath section 58 at the top of page 166 if you need a refresher. So if you look at that, for example, VII is 5 plus 2, which makes 7. XI is 10 plus 1, which makes 11, and then so on and so forth. So if you need to refamiliarize yourself with that, you can. Your assignment for today is basically just to, I've given you several Roman numerals on the assignment that's attached in a Word document. You're going to look at those and tell me what the English equivalent is. And then you're going to have some that go the opposite way, vice versa. And if you have any questions about your assignment or need any help completing it, please just let me know, chat me, and we can figure it out. So what you're going to do is make sure that you give the English equivalent for your Roman numerals and then vice versa. And that's basically all you're doing today. So hopefully for most of you, this is just review. If not, it shouldn't take you super long. If it does, just let me know and we can work it out. In the next couple of lessons, we're going to be going over some cardinal numbers. So just to give you a heads up, the duo and trace are the two that are listed in your vocabulary this week, and then they also give you the charts for those on pages 166 and 167. Unus is 1, and we've already actually covered unus in a previous chapter. It's one of those 9 adjectives that we've been listing in, I think, chapter 21. And so unus is declined just like all of those other adjectives. Duo and trace are declined a little bit differently, which is why they have their own separate charts in this chapter. Anything after duo and trace, though, is indeclinable, which means you can't put it in a chart. It's only ever going to be that one form, which is helpful. So unus, duo, and trace are the only cardinal numbers that have their own separate charts, which we'll be looking at in the next lesson. So again, today your assignment is to work on Roman numerals. Go ahead and get started, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, and Vale te discipuli.